Hello everybody, welcome back to Univesco TV. So I'm here joined by Max. You may remember Max from the previous videos where we spoke about a couple of relevant topics as a businessman living in China and also just as a foreigner living in China. So today I'm going to talk about some economic policies and company registration and the benefits of foreigners, business people registering a company in Shanghai. Hello Max, welcome back. So Max, starting off, can you tell me the advantages? Why should a foreigner register a company in Shanghai and the benefits of him opening up a company?
Yeah, first, the benefit will be the income tax. And the company income tax is lower than the personal income tax at first. So it's like if you have any business plan, you better have a company here. And the second point is if you have a company, Chinese business people will trust you more.
Sure.
So they don't believe natural person. They think it's not reliable. So that's the second point. So you know China have big market.
Of course.
You need to let the Chinese businessmen trust you more.
Okay, so you're saying by having a physical presence, having an official company in China, Chinese people will start trusting you more.
Yeah.
To be honest, I would agree with you because, from my own personal experience, I feel like whenever I hand over my business card with a Chinese business name on it, they do trust me more, when I purchase goods from a factory or when I go to do some business for property or whatever. People do trust more. So for sure, having a Chinese presence, if you're handling or if you're dealing with the Chinese market, it definitely helps. What else? Any tax? So you mentioned personal income tax and company income tax. What about import and export? So if I have an import and export business, any advantages that I have if I have a Chinese company?
And if you don't have, you only can do something like agency. But if you have, you can do that directly. So you don't need anyone to help you.
Perfect. So once I have a Chinese company, I can import and export because I have an import and export license.
Yep.
What do I need? So Fish did mention in one of our videos about getting the relevant documents for import and export.
Yep.
Any tax advantages if I have a Chinese company?
If you have if you're a general taxpayer in China, you can let factory issue you the VAT 发票, so you can deduct your tax. That you can pay lower tax.
Right. So VAT 发票, what's the difference between VAT 发票 and general 发票?
To be honest, VAT 发票 can deduct your tax, but general 发票 cannot.
Okay. So if I go to a restaurant, what kind of 发票 do they give me?
You can ask for the VAT 发票, but some restaurants cannot issue that.
Right. One more thing I would like to add from a financial point of view in China, if you're a businessman, make sure and try to not have a lot of 发票 from one particular category. So if you have a lot of restaurant expense 发票, so you want to deduct your income tax, of course, you're going to have expenses. And make sure not to have a lot of restaurant 发票, entertainment for example. So restaurants fall under the entertainment category. Make sure not to have. So try to have a diversified kind of 发票, train tickets, plane tickets, if you have any, restaurants, taxi receipts.
Yes.
Because if you have, let's say, 5,000 worth of taxi receipts, I'm pretty sure it's very hard to reclaim expenses on 5,000 worth of taxi receipts as compared to 5,000 of a flight ticket.
Yes, flight tickets best.
Flight tickets are the best, but if you don't have any flight tickets, try to have a mixed level of 发票 rather than just one of, okay, I'll have 5,000 of taxi receipts or I'll have 5,000 of restaurant entertainment. Okay, any other advantages? So I have a Chinese presence, I have a Chinese company, I have my licenses. What else? Tax benefits, yes. What else with a Chinese company? What else do I get? Any other advantages? So I have my Chinese company. I got all my relevant documents. What else? Is it very expensive to maintain?
No, it's easy to get.
So it's relatively very straightforward and very cheap to maintain the company. So I don't need to spend a lot of money on the accountant, or I don't need to spend a lot of money on the rent for the office.
You need to, but it depends. If you want the import-export license, you need to have physical office, and for sure, and because the Chinese government requires every company report their tax, even you don't have any income, you still need to report tax every month. So you need to hire someone or let someone report tax every month.
But the question is it expensive to hire an accountant?
No, it's several hundred RMB.
Several hundred RMBs per month. And what about the office? So let's say I have an import and export company, but I don't really need an office. I don't want to sit in my office all day. Is it expensive or is it cheap to have an office?
You have cheap option. You can rent a minimum required the office, 1 table, 2 seats, like 2.25 meters.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. 2.25 meters. Okay, so I have what else? So once the company is formed, is there anything else that I should be aware of? I should be taking care of, or I should do?
You need to make sure you are really do some business. Don't sell your fapiao. Don't do anything illegal.
Okay, that's an important point. So don't start selling fapiaos in China. You know, it's very important that you don't sell fapiaos, because it's a very traditionally, you know, many Chinese companies have been known for selling fapiaos, just forming a fake contract and then selling fapiaos and taking how much commission? 3-4% commission?
Yeah.
On the amount of the fapiao.
Like 10,000, 20,000. This kind of things. If you sell like all of the fapiao you can get. If you have new company, you sell all of your fapiao, you can get like 20,000.
Okay, so yeah, just don't do that, because it's very risky, and you know, Chinese government is definitely cracking down on people selling the fapiaos, and
be in the blacklist.
You'll be in the blacklist, and once you're in the blacklist, you don't get into Chinese blacklist. All right, thank you so much, Max, for your time today. And then if you have any questions, please do write to us via social media. The links are in the description below, or by WhatsApp, Wechat, email, and we'll be more than happy to reply to you. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.